Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Kef Shakir and I'm foundation level student at Rehan School Affiliate Campus, Islamabad. And today I'm doing my colony and my topic is air. So let's start it. Hello Miles, can you listen me?
Uh, I hear you loud and clear. I'm locked in. You didn't actually mention the topic though. What are
Yes.
we diving into today? You got me with a yes, but still no
Today
topic.
I have some question for you on my topic. So can we start it?
I'm ready when you are. Hit me with the first one.
Okay. My first question is that what is air?
The big question. Basically, air is the invisible mix of gases that surrounds us. Most of it is nitrogen and oxygen, with a bit of argon and carbon dioxide thrown in for flavor. It's the stuff that lets us breathe and keeps the planet from being a vacuum. What else you got?
Okay.
Okay,
My next
I'm
question
all
is that
ears.
I'm ready. Let's hear it.
yes.
You're killing me with the suspense. Go ahead. What's the question?
What is air essential for life?
Short answer, absolutely. Without it, we're out of luck. Most living things need the oxygen in the air to turn food into energy. No air, no energy, no, well, anything. What's next on the list?
What are the main components of air?
Um, we touched on this a bit, but let's break it down. It's mostly nitrogen, about 78%, and then oxygen at around 21%. The last 1% is a mix of argon, carbon dioxide, and a few other trace gases. It's a pretty simple recipe, but it's exactly what we need. What's the next one?
How does air support breathing?
It's all about that oxygen. When you inhale, your lungs pull in that oxygen from the air and pass it into your bloodstream, which carries it to every part of your body to keep things running. Then when you exhale, you're just getting rid of the carbon dioxide your body doesn't need. It's like a constant delivery and trash pickup system. What else you want to know?
Why is clean air important?
Because the trash pickup system doesn't work as well when there's junk in the air. When air is polluted, you're breathing in stuff that doesn't belong in your lungs, which can mess with your health and make it harder for your body to get the oxygen it needs. Plus, clean air keeps the whole planet in balance. What's next?
What is the atmosphere?
Think of it as a giant invisible blanket. That's the layer of gases that wraps around the entire Earth. It's what keeps the air we breathe from just drifting off into space and protects us from the sun's harshest rays. Basically, it's the shield that makes living here actually possible. What's the next one?
How does air move around the earth?
It all comes down to temperature and pressure. Basically, warm air is lighter, so it rises, and cold air is heavier, so it sinks. When that warm air moves out of the way, the cold air rushes in to fill the gap. That rush is what you feel as wind. It's like a giant global game of musical chairs with heat.
What causes wind?
Basically, what we just talked about. It's that pressure difference. When one area is warm and the air rises, it creates a low pressure zone, and the cooler, higher pressure air from somewhere else just slams into it to balance things out. That movement is the wind. What's next on your list?
How do plants depend on air?
They've got their own version of breathing. While you're breathing in oxygen and breathing out carbon dioxide, plants do the opposite. They take in that carbon dioxide from the air and use sunlight to turn it into food. Then they release oxygen back into the air as byproduct. It's a pretty sweet deal. You give them what they need and they give you what you need to stay alive.
How do animals use air?
Pretty much the same way you do. Whether it's a dog using lungs or a fish using gills, animals rely on air to get oxygen into their systems to power their muscles and organs. Without that constant flow, the lights go out pretty quickly. What's the next question?
What is oxygen?
The heavy hitter of the air mix. Oxygen's a colorless, odorless gas that's basically the fuel for most living things. It's the specific part of the air that our bodies use to burn energy from the food we eat. Without it, the whole biological engine just stops. What's next?
What is carbon dioxide?
The flip side of oxygen. Carbon dioxide is a gas that humans and animals breathe out as a waste product. But for plants, it's like a gold. They breathe it in to make their own food. It also helps trap heat in the atmosphere, which keeps the planet warm enough for us to actually live here, though too much of it starts causing some problems. What's the next one?
Why do humans breathe oxygen?
Because our cells are basically tiny power plants. To get energy from the food you eat, your body needs oxygen to burn it. It's It's a process called cellular respiration. Without oxygen, your brain and heart can't produce the power they need to keep you moving and, thinking. What's the next one on your list?
What happens during respiration?
It it's basically a gas exchange program. First, you breathe in, and your lungs grab oxygen from the air. That oxygen hitches a ride in your blood through to reach your cells. Inside the cells, the oxygen is used to unlock energy from your food. Once that's done, your body creates carbon dioxide as a waste product, which travels back to your lungs and gets pushed out when you exhale. It's like a continuous loop of fuel in and exhaust out.
How does air affect weather?
It's basically the director of the whole show. Everything you see outside, rain, snow, storms, is just air reacting to heat and moisture. When warm, moist air rises and cools down, it turns into clouds and eventually drops rain. If you got a massive difference in pressure between two areas, you get a storm. Basically, weather is just air in motion trying to find a balance.
Okay.
I'm still here. What's
Why
next
does
on the
air
list?
expand when heated?
It's all about the energy. When air gets hot, the molecules start moving way faster. They get all hyper and start bouncing off each other with more force, which pushes them further apart. That's why the air takes up more space and expands. It's basically just the air getting a bit too excited for its own good. What else you got?
What are air current?
Air grunts? I'm guessing you mean air currents. Basically, those are just steady flows of air moving in a specific direction. They're like invisible rivers in the sky that can carry heat, moisture, and even birds or planes across the world. Does that sound like what you were looking for?
Why is air considered a natural resource?
Because it's a gift from nature that we can't live without. Basically, a natural resource is anything from the earth that humans use to survive or make things. Since air is naturally there, we didn't have to build it, and it's absolutely vital for every single living thing on the planet. It's the ultimate free resource. What's next?
How does air help in combustion?
It's the secret ingredient for fire. To have a fire, you need three things: fuel, heat, and oxygen. Oxygen is the part of the air that actually reacts with the fuel to keep the flame going. If you cut off the air, like putting a glass over a candle, the fire dies almost instantly because it ran out of fuel to burn. What's the next one?
Why should we protect air quality?
Because once it's trash, it's a problem for everyone. Bad air doesn't just make you cough, it messes with your heart, your lungs, and the whole climate. Plus, if we let the air get too polluted, it's not just us. Plants and animals struggle too. It's basically about making sure the planet stays livable for the long haul. What's next on the list?
Bas. So, Vivek, this is my colony. Hope so you like it. Meet in your next video. Pakistan. Zindabad. Khuda Hafiz.